We own, dude. We own. We own. We own.
There we go.
We own.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. Pity. See, I was put those in upside down.
What's that? Oh.
All right, all right, all right. What?
I got us a new tablecloth, by the way.
Did you? Really?
Yeah, it's a nice one. But I'm afraid to cut holes in it. Remember, we had to cut holes in this one.
That was rough.
It was rough.
We didn't want to do it, but we did it.
Yeah, we did. I should probably turn the table around. That way the holes are closer to us. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, we should do a whole broadcast in our pajamas in a bed.
We can do that.
And popcorn.
No, we can do that.
Dixie!
I'm in. We can do it.
He says, I'm in.
We can do
Whoop.
that.
Okay. How you doing? Miss Mary, Jamie, Christopher, Linda. Linda, the first cup. I had to do at least one before I came to Filippios. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Linda ordered some tumblers today.
Linda Adamski.
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 Adamski. What up, Sarah? Timothy, what's going on, brother? Roger. Ladies and gentlemen, Roger Rabbit has entered the room. Thank you. I got to tell you something, brother Filippio.
Yo.
That goatee's looking pretty hot, damn sexy on you.
Man, it's getting out of hand.
No, it's not, dude. It's
getting out of
looking
hand.
good.
This hair's getting out of hand.
No.
I'm gonna let it go for a while.
Let it go. Dude, I looked at you earlier.
I don't want to do the Brad Staggs thing.
I didn't want to say anything to you, but dude, when I looked at you earlier, dude, I got chills, bro.
You did, didn't you?
I was like, damn, come on.
And it is anticipated that the cat cooler will never again be used in such a destructive way.
What? China surrendered, G.I. Joe. No more drop a cat cooler.
No coolers were harmed in the making of this ad, but the island is a total loss. Cat Coolers does not recommend dropping coolers from planes, but the video is really cool, and it's still illegal to smuggle a cat into New Mexico.
Journey into the matrix of the mind. Stretch your imagination and challenge reality. Abnormal realities are beacons for the imagination. What society deems abnormal may be more real than we think. This is Abnormal Realities with your hosts, Ron Phillips and Rocky Stucci.
All right. I got distracted there for a second.
Damn it.
I read what Roger Rabbit in our YouTube chat room posted.
Rocky, oh shit. Here we go. I don't even know why we just did that. That's our new high sign.
There should be a little middle finger in that when you're doing it.
No, I'm not doing the middle finger.
All right.
I needed to go pee before the show.
Go.
I'm not doing
dude,
it right
I got
now.
this. Dude, I got it. 3 minutes. We're going to go in complete silence while you go pee.
I'm not doing it.
Do it. I bet you $5.
I should do it live.
Stream it. You
No,
got a
I'm
new
not.
phone.
I'm not
Stream it.
I'm not doing that either.
Dude, I would be so into that. Dude, I would just have you call in.
I'm not doing that.
You sure?
I'm not doing it. No.
We can count how many bubbles you get.
Hi, guys.
All
Welcome to the show. It's Tuesday night.
So Roger Rabbit made a
Yes.
comment that he is watching the show hoverboarding.
What?
You know those things with the two wheels? I saw a video of them two doing it. No, I saw.
Dude, there's another one out there for adults that's got a single wheel where you stand on both sides of the wheel. Those things scare me, man. Those
So,
hoverboards too.
Should we try it?
No, because I'll crack my freaking noggin.
I'll stand in front of you.
I'll bust my right nut, and I don't want to do that.
Ooh, and I ain't pulling it out with the
Yep.
pliers either.
Nope.
Folks, welcome to, wait, what day is it today?
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, Taco Tuesdays right here
It
on
was Taco Tuesday.
Abnormal Realities.
That's
welcome
correct.
to the program, 2250 in.
He wants you to leave, Ron, so he can explain why he's right.
About what?
Thomas Becker. I don't know. That's what
What am I writing?
that was our clickbait tonight. Rocky is right.
Oh, no, I am right. And I'm talking shit. Oh, I got stuff to say. You're damn right, Becker. That's what I'm talking about. So I just want to tell everybody before we get into some content here and me letting you know that I was right and that the earth is spiraling out of control and we are doomed and we're all going to die.
Of course we're all going to die.
Well, you ruined it.
Did I ruin it?
Ruined it.
I didn't mean to ruin it.
Ron Phillips,
Yes,
brother Filipio, got a new phone.
I did get a new phone today. I have been on an iPhone
Yes.
for 12 years.
You left the cult.
I did. I left the cult. I went over to Android today. Man,
Welcome, brother.
I don't know.
Welcome
I'm
to
anxious-
the reals.
I'm
Welcome
anxious to
the cool
find out
kids.
what kind of things I can do because now I'm not integrated with the
Yep.
rest of my computers anymore.
Dude,
so
the
we'll
thing
see.
folds. It's like a book, and then it
It's,
looks like an iPad.
It's a Galaxy Z Fold 3 5G. It's got all them letters to it, but that's
Hey,
what it is.
By the way, I just want to wish Mr. Rusty Lugnuts
Happy birthday, brother.
happy birthday to you.
Rusty Lug Nuts.
Happy birthday
One of mine's going to be Rusty soon.
to you.
Just thought I'd
Happy birthday, brother Rusty. Happy birthday.
to you.
Damn, that was good.
Yeah.
All right.
It was an awkward pause, so I thought
Are
I'd throw
you-
it in.
Well, I was waiting for you to finish out with the goatee stuff.
With the goatee stuff.
So, because of the goatee,
Yeah.
your singing is actually elevated to the next level.
That is not true.
It is.
It's not true as much as you want it to be true. It's not true. But I have been a little lax this last few months. My family's like pissed now because
For what?
they don't like it. But I
So-
like it, so that's all
Oh.
that matters right now.
What are you gonna do?
Keep it for a little while. And I'm thinking about letting my hair grow. Like right now it's over my ears and it's kind of getting out of hand. But
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about that, but the facial hair,
yeah. See, I
phenomenal.
can't grow a beard like you.
dude.
I
hate-
am too much of a wuss boy with no testosterone, so I don't get like full beard hair. Mine comes in patches, and I look like a scraggly ragamuffin. So I just don't like that. So
Yeah.
I've had the goatee for
I can't grow a full beard
15
though.
years now.
I can't grow it up on my cheeks because it makes my face shrink and I look like kind of a crackhead, and I don't want to look like that. I don't.
Really?
So I always got
So
to
do
keep
you
this.
shave it down?
I got to keep this trimmed. It can only go to the lip,
Oh,
and then this comes down. I bring it down on the neck, and I bring it down and drop it.
when
And
you grow a beard?
I groom
Have
it.
you ever grown a big
Oh, yeah.
beard? Have you?
Yep. And I groom it.
Yeah.
I groom it.
That's what I want. I want a big, like, freaking Duck Dynasty beard that I can groom and comb and. Nah.
It's all right, Filipino. All right, so the Earth is spiraling out of control. We're in trouble. I suggest everybody goes to Walmart and gets as much as you can.
Get what? As much as what?
You got to get dry food.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yep. But on a serious note, a couple years ago, I had a friend of mine. As a matter of fact, I should have her on the program, Nancy Planeta, and she's a Florida girl, and she's deep into very certain subjects. Deep,
Okay.
like kind of freaks you out sometimes with some of the shit she says.
Okay.
But she has done extreme amounts of research in regards to the Earth's magnetic pole, right? Now, a lot of people know this and some people don't. You know, it's just one of those things you don't even think about it. But the North Pole literally moves all the time. I mean, it's not like it's going way over here and then over. It's not bouncing back and forth, but every year it slowly moves. And
Magnetic north. Yes.
Yes.
Magnetic north moves, and hasn't it flipped once in our not in our lifetime, but in our history?
that was one of the things that Nancy talks about is the magnetic shift.
Okay.
And if we literally had a magnetic shift, this planet would be in complete and utter chaos.
Well,
Atmospherically, and,
yes.
you know,
I mean, yes. A lot of pilots nowadays fly by GPS, and that takes all of that into consideration. But if you fly by magnetic compass, constant changes to maps and things like that have to occur
don't
because
they do that every year at the airport, where they kind of set?
they kind of set everything. Yeah, some runways change actually, because of the magnetic pole moving and shifting. The runway is now not, let's say 17 or 35, which
yep.
is 170 and 350. Now it's maybe 180 and 360, or you see what I'm saying?
Yep. Well,
Or 18 and 36.
the North Pole, it says right here, which has been wandering faster than expected in recent years, has now crossed the prime meridian.
Is that a bad thing?
Yeah.
Has it ever done that before?
Well, you know, we can't say it's a bad thing. It may be a bad thing for certain species on the planet, but this is what Mother Nature does.
Yeah.
Mother Nature does whatever the hell she wants, no matter how much we want to try to convince her differently. She's going to do what she wants. I mean, dude, we were in an ice age in the state I came from. My state was buried for millions of years under ice. When that melted, was that some kind of end of the world heat wave that everybody's going to die and roast and turn into a raisin? Historically, the Earth shifts, magnetic pole shifts, the North Pole shifts, it constantly moves. So there's going to be atmospheric changes through this movement. If you go back and look at historical maps, they don't look like nothing. I mean, you go back and look at ancient maps, it don't even look recognizable to modern time.
Correct.
North America has moved and shifted. All continents are always moving and shifting. They look different than they did it, 500,000 years ago, right? So let me ask this, and the reason I'm bringing this up is some of the weird... Oh, whoa, you okay?
I'm good, thank you. Sorry, dude, I just had to sneeze.
Dude, you wound up for it. I felt that.
I am a heavy sneezer.
Damn.
Yeah, sorry.
So my question is, on a complete serious note, without getting into no conspiracies,
Okay.
when we look at some of what we deem to be a little bit more radical weather than maybe what we've seen 20 years ago, it seems like maybe the last 10 years, we've seen these hurricanes at new levels. We've seen monstrous, incredible tornadoes, earthquakes. We're having a lot more earthquakes. Ask Audrey. She bounces like a basketball out in California. But when we historically go back and look at weather changes and patterns, and then we look at planetary things, we look at astrological things, where the Earth was and the shifts, could what we are calling global warming, and we're blaming man for doing it, couldn't this just be like with the North Pole shifting? Couldn't that just be what Mother Nature does? And we just as a species,
it could be. Yes, it could be. And I agree that Mother Nature's going to handle it no matter what. Now, are we, tearing up the ozone layer with some of the stuff that we do? Probably. But, and that, I mean, that's scientific. They've calculated that and discovered that that's what's happening. But does that cause greenhouse gases, and does that cause, climate change? I don't know. That's a whole different discussion that pisses people off when you start talking about it. Climate change, religion, Santa Claus, and politics. I mean, those are the things.
Easter Bunny.
Yeah. I mean, and the bottom line is I think personally that the history of this planet creates all of that change that happens. Well, I mean, we're in a constant mode of change.
Correct. And yes, we do some stupid shit to our planet.
We do.
There's no doubt about it. I was just at Walmart the other day and I seen a bunch of masks in the parking lot.
I'm sorry, a bunch of what?
Masks.
Masks, just people thrown in the ground.
On the ground, no big deal.
Yeah. They'll find their ways into freaking tortoises' noses.
So the question is that, do you think that the human species should do one of two things? Try to figure out a way to prevent catastrophic events through manipulation of weather? Or do we as a species just become like a herd of ants and always go where there's livable land?
Oh, that's a good question. I would think the majority of humankind would move to where it's at. I mean, and I say that because we're talking about moving people to another planet as we speak, right?
Yep.
Because we're supposedly outgrowing this one. Well, hell, Mars is smaller than this one.
Oh, I can go down the conspiracy on this. Oh, can I?
Isn't that what our show's about, brother?
Oh, but it gets too close to home with current events.
Oh, really? Oh.
So we talked about the Georgia Guidestones.
Yeah, we did.
500 million people. That should be the maximum to popularize this planet. We know that there's certain groups out there that like people like Gates that believe that there needs to be. His dad was a president of
population control.
Yeah, his dad was president of where they go get the abortions. Planned Parenthood.
Parenthood.
So it's in this bloodline. you know, and then you see mysterious things. I'm not saying it. We're not going to say it because we're going to get flagged if we do, but you see mysterious things happening today to where we're seeing some extremely healthy people fully vaxxed, and they're dying from it. We're seeing a decrease in population from a new thing that's happening.
Yeah.
I would never come out and say that there's a small group of people trying to literally kill people. I will not say that. That's nowhere near my train of thought. But do you think that there are factions in our existence of people that are trying to slow down the amount of?
And yes, I do. And here's why. If you look across crime nowadays, just any kind of crime, and look at the stupidity of the crime itself and or the people who do it, you can consider that almost anything you can think of a criminal nature is being done by somebody. But if you put some serious minds, some intelligent minds behind criminal activity, then you get, did we ever really go to the moon? Was Kennedy assassinated? I mean, that's the thing. And you never really know. That's where conspiracy theories come from.
Right.
Right. So could someone like Bill Gates and other entities across the world be trying to subversively depopulate the planet? Yeah, they could be.
Could that be done innocently?
I
With
don't
good
know.
intention?
I don't know. Planned Parenthood. I'm sorry. Was it Planned Parenthood that started that was supposedly done innocently, but it was really to depopulate the black population?
Yes, through Margaret Sanger. That
Yeah.
she
I couldn't
her
think of her name.
words.
Thank
yeah,
you.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying is as we grow and change as a society and as a planet and as human beings, things are okay, things are not okay. Things are okay, things are not okay. I mean, just look at the last 4 years. I mean, it's just we've been like this. But the bottom line is could someone be doing that innocently? I don't know, dude. How is that innocent?
Okay, so in our
How
current,
do you do something like that innocently?
right? Okay, so this is all pertaining to this conversation, but as of recent research, I've talked about this a million times. Right now in the United States, we're at like 1.1 children per family.
Okay.
That's the
Okay.
breakdown of an entire population. It's broken down like that. Don't know why. We need 1.9 children per family to sustain a culture, meaning to plateau it, to balance it, to say as many people died as many people born.
Right.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? That's 1.9, and we're at 1.1 recently.
But do other societies, do other countries, does their, because in China's not 1.1.
No, Islam, a lot of Muslims are at 8 point something, almost 9.
Right. But doesn't their, I mean, that offsets our 1.1.
Right. But from a global perspective.
From a global perspective, it does.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, as a business, and you're running a business called the country, you're looking at the decrease of employees, which is going to take away of the level of production, which is going to take away monies that are granted to the bottom line, right? We're losing that. What does a country do when it can't sustain its own population? And it's inevitable that if the population continues to go in the direction it is, we will have less and less people, less and less money to sustain, while other countries are possibly either being restricted.
Yeah.
I think in
Yeah.
Sweden there's a limit. In China there's a limit of how many people. So I don't know. I mean,
Well, there used to be a one-child limit in China.
so you're the president of this country.
Yeah.
We're at a 1.1 and we need a 1.9. We need people to start making some babies. What do you do to come up with a strategic plan to start populating the country and bringing revenue heads back to your country? What do you say to the people? Free Viagra, bitches? What do you do
I
for
don't
an
know.
incentive? Or is it part of the incentive that it's not to be that?
Yeah, I don't have the answer to that. Thank God I'm not the president of this country.
Dude, I want to be.
Really?
Dude, I'll whip some people in a great way and bring us together.
Oh, that did not go where I thought it was going to go.
So it's just weird. It's weird watching so many different things at so many different levels. When you watch populations, when you watch actions and then monitor reactions, beliefs and how beliefs interfere with the reactions towards certain actions. You know what I mean? Human beings in general are just a really weird creature, right? We claim intelligence at so many levels to where it's like they feel untouchable, but yet at the exact same time, we are dumb as doornails as a species.
That is correct.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah.
It's a scary balance. You know, you just wonder how we've existed this far without just doing something stupid. Well,
But at the same time, the last 150 years has been the most technologically advanced years that we've seen on this planet as human beings.
to be honest, the worst thing that ever happened to mankind
The last
is
150 years.
is technology. Because we've learned to weaponize the technology. We've
Yeah.
learned to control the intelligence of entire populations. We've learned how to sway the minds and the thoughts and the beliefs of entire global masses of people.
Yeah.
There's no more having to go out on the road. We could do everything online and do these quick little clips and just keep putting information out there and literally steer the thought process. It's really weird, dude, and it's deep. And
I got given a PDF book today called, or from the Center for an Informed America, called Wagging the Moon Doggy by David McGowan. Wagging the Moon Doggy. I've got it. If anybody wants it, just email me, Ron at,
well, what's it about?
Ron at abnormalrealities.com. It's basically this guy explaining, David McGowan, explaining how and why the moon landings did not occur.
Oh,
It's compelling, but he tells it. He's writing it from the position of someone who believes that it occurred, while going through all of the evidence that people have shown as to why it did not.
is there real substantial evidence in regards to possibilities if there was not a moon landing?
According to him and what I've read of this, he believes there is. Do I call it that? I don't know.
Have you ever watched any of the research or documentaries?
No,
stuff?
it's things like the fact that there were 700 boxes of video and audio from Apollo that have just disappeared.
That's it.
Yeah. The fact that hundreds of moon rocks were brought back from the moon over the many trips, but only 12 rocks can be found.
So
The fact that we gifted a moon rock to a country in the past that turned out to be petrified wood.
shut up.
Yep. I mean, these are things that, as you hear about them, because you didn't know about them, right? That you look back and you go, okay, let's just think about it. The guy in one of his statements, and it's a great analogy, he's like, if in 1903 Henry Ford built a car, but then over the next 10 years he built a car to go 150, 200 miles an hour. But then after that, he stopped and we went back to the car that was the Model A or Model T or whatever back there. And we never went further in the next 50 years to get back to that 200 mile an hour car. Doesn't that seem a little odd?
Yep.
And that's where we're about to be right now, 50 years from the last time we landed on the moon next year.
Why do we drive vehicles with gas when we know that vehicles can be driven not being dependent on gas?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, the bottom line is there's so many compelling things. Now, I'm not a flat earther and I'm not
Right.
a moon, moon
But
conspiracist.
there's
but
things that make you just say, well, what the F?
yes, that's exactly right.
I sent you a video on JFK. And now,
Now, I've looked at it 100 times
yep,
today.
you're not seeing it?
Oh, no, I see it now. I see what you're
I'm saying?
talking about.
It's just weird. And in the video, it's where, and I don't even want to share it because I'm just don't want nothing taken down. But it looks like the guy in the front seat turns back and it's the timing is perfect of the
Yeah.
video is super cleaned up. And you actually see not to get too gross, but you actually see the explosion
Yeah.
on Kennedy.
Yeah.
And it just does not look like, and again, it just didn't look like something coming from the back. And I know there's a lot of people explaining how that happened from the back.
I mean, people we've been doing this for 55, 60 years now, trying to consider whether or not that was an assassination by our government or, by Lee Harvey Oswald. Come on, dude. I mean,
Oswald didn't. He wasn't that good.
That is a question that I don't think in our lifetimes will be answered.
Why do we tolerate not having the answers?
But how do we not tolerate it? How do we change that?
I plead the fifth on
you
that
asked
answer.
the question.
I plead the fifth on that answer.
You asked the question. I just needed to ask the reverse.
I don't want to say, because I don't want people to think that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But it's I think I said it on the show last week. You have a gazelle out in Africa. You have 100 of them, and you have one lion that comes up, and the lion gets the pick of the litter, and all the other gazelles just run.
Yep.
There is your human population. We let something get eaten alive so we can hurry up and get back to being safe. We're not afraid to hold the right people or the wrong people, however you want to look at it, accountable for the decisions that they're making that are affecting global populations. We're just like, oh, it's a conspiracy. Okay, move on. What are we having for dinner?
I agree.
And
there are so many things that I would love to know the answer to definitively. The Kennedy assassination, the Twin Towers, the moon landings. Of course, I'd love to know those. So we have to go on faith that that's what we're being told happened.
I don't have faith no more, but the thing I do have faith in is that I love everybody who is listening and watching right now. Abnormal Realities. Get your asses over there. Abnormalrealities.com, RomeIcaDesigns.com. Damn it, Phillips, take us somewhere.
InsaneCustomTumblers.com. Rocky's got a new website out there. Go check it out. We'll see you guys in just a bit.
At Romika Designs, we're more than just a laser engraving and specialty design company. Much more. I'm Ron Phillips, co-owner of Romika Designs, and if you can dream it, we can probably make it. We can custom laser cut and engrave on nearly all material. Great for one-of-a-kind gifts, home decor, business and specialty items, or personalized and logoed designs created just for you or your company. Allow us to become your go-to gift and specialty project partner. Romika Designs can help make your ideas a reality. We're ready to help you design and create that special gift for any occasion or engrave your personal or business logo on just about any product. View our designs at RomeIcaDesigns.com or simply email us with your ideas. We specialize in custom design and we'd be honored to have the opportunity to discuss it with you. Call us at 817-400-4040, email info@RomeIcaDesigns.com, or visit us on the web at RomeIcaDesigns.com.
Abnormal Realities.
I love my mom.
Yep, she sent me a message.
My mom did?
Yeah, Wednesday night, and she invited me over tomorrow night to watch Titanic and share a bowl of popcorn, and I accepted.
You did?
Yep.
That'd be fun.
And she calls it Chaps Only Night. Every Saturday night.
Look.
Miss Dixie,
Look,
how you doing? He said, it's my mom, bro. All right, it's my mom.
I want to hear the answer to the Titanic and popcorn. Go ahead, Mom. What's up?
Oh!
Hi, boys.
Hi,
I
Mom.
just wanted to ask Rocky if he wanted butter on that popcorn or not.
I would
my
rather
God.
have the butter somewhere else, but if popcorn's the only place I can have it, I'll take it.
Jeez,
hey,
dude.
nobody says I can't roll around in it for a little bit.
All
first.
right, Mom.
That is
love
my
you.
girl. I love you,
Mom.
Dixie.
Abnormal Realities.
Bye, Mom. Love you.
Dixie.
Bye, I love you too.
With Ron and Rocky. 8 p.m. Eastern. Mojo 50.
Holy crap. What was that about?
Dude,
It is a little smoky in here.
what are you smoking?
I'm not smoking nothing. It's you.
Dude, the door open.
The door's been open. It was the person looking through the door that freaked you out a while ago.
It looked
Welcome
like
back to Abnormal Realities, folks. I'm Ron Phillips. That is Rocci Stucci.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Filipio, how you doing?
Yeah, so we were asking some profound questions in the first half. But, I mean, it's the abnormal reality side of our show.
Yeah.
Because, quite honestly, let's see, as long as humanity retains its diversity, Thomas says, there's still a chance we could pull our asses out of the fire.
You know,
Hey, man.
dude, I'll tell you something. We've seen human beings historically do some incredible acts of heroistic type of things, right?
Correct. Yeah.
I seen Jamie, she made a comment a little bit earlier
Yeah.
saying that we have the capabilities of doing great things. And I also posed a question when you look at how we're raising our children. Our educational system is the strongest tool that we have in development for people going into the real world,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's not that anymore. When you look at a country like Japan and they're having their kids in first grade go out every day because the Japanese schools have these big gardens and they have to tend to the garden. They have to know what they're tending to and they have to know everything about what they're tending to. It all comes from the earth and the nutritional benefits of it.
Yeah.
And then they prepare their own lunch and they're understanding what they're eating, why they're eating it, and where it came from. And there's a whole new level of respect of that health that you have because you grew that, right? But then you have other countries that are literally poisoning children with this hogwash they call food, and the health of people around the world. I mean, obviously we seem really concerned about certain parts of our health, but everything around it don't matter. Any kind of heart diseases, any kind of cancers, any kind of nutritional benefits that people could have for a better, longer, healthier life don't matter.
Yeah.
We pick and choose what we're going to call a pandemic, and we will scare people into that. And that's why I say that we're smart enough to do these brilliant things and accomplish them in populations. But the population's so dumb that they just take the bait, even though they know it's bait.
Yeah.
It's just weird. And then you look at people like us, where we want to sit down and escape that and come and talk about maybe the back end of these kind of stories. Talk about the universe and spiritualism and paranormal and you know, UFOs and Sasquatches and things that normal people, quotes, deem weird. But what's more weirder? A complete indoctrinated lifestyle of a false reality, or people that want to journey outside that reality and explore really truly who we are and what we're supposed to represent during our small little crumble of a time on this planet?
Yeah, without a doubt. Because, well, look, there are people out there that most of us deem crazy. The way out there, the far conspiracy theorists and the people who just have what we call mental health problems. But quite honestly, these are probably some of the smartest people on the planet. I mean, you got to think about it. Autism brings out the smarter piece of an individual. I mean, I've seen autistic people who can play the piano like Beethoven just after hearing one song. They basically copy it. I mean, these are the things, and some of the most intelligent people in the world have Asperger's syndrome, and that's the thing is, you take a look at somebody and, could this person go to school for 15, 20 years and become a doctor? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe they don't have that ability. I always used to think that about myself. I don't know that I have the ability to go to school for 12 years to become a doctor.
I don't want to.
But
No.
there are people who are driven by that.
And that's
To
really
become a
cool.
doctor.
And I appreciate it when I'm sick. I'm like, dude, thank you so much for going to school for 12
Yeah, no
years.
kidding.
Um,
What was it that Audrey said? Audrey came in and said something about our cosmic brothers and sisters.
Audrey
She
has a
can't
bunch of
wait for them to come here and save us.
them. They're going to eat her ass. Well, no, we have all the priests, don't we? That are going to save us.
The theologians, you said?
Theologians.
Yeah, theologians. And they all believe that they can indicate to the federal government how we're all going to react. Isn't that what the story is about?
So here's the golden question.
To assess. NASA hires 24 theologians to assess. I like it.
Asses.
To asses how we'd react to aliens. How the hell would they know how we would react to aliens?
That's a really good question. And the funny thing is, though, is to actually think, there again, there's that arrogance of our species, is to actually think that a species from some unknown planet or world that we're not even familiar with technology far beyond our understanding, is going to come down here and give two rats' asses what this 20, 24, 30 dudes have to say about a belief system that they have on this planet. Now, here's the question, though. This is the part that would be interesting.
Okay, this is the question you asked me before.
Yep.
Folks, get ready for this one. This one is a deep question. Let's go, Rocky.
So when you have a species that comes to this planet and visits us, and we start learning and questioning and talking with this new species, we go to find out that where they come from, they also have a planet. And where they come from, they also have a belief system. And part of that belief system is that they had the exact same story as our Jesus story, where there was a species in their world that died for that species' sins, for doing bad things, maybe termed differently. That thing was put on some kind of something and hung, hammered down or whatever, rose, and they also believe in a higher spiritual existence. Now, how would you think differently of the universe? Or,
what was it you said you'd become?
I would become the most preachingest Christian that ever existed on this planet. And I actually kind of felt bad after saying it, because I talk about all these different things. I took shit just for posting a Tumblr of a Ouija board. But I'm still at heart, I'm a Christian man.
Yeah.
I believe in God. I believe in Mary. I'm going to question things, though, just because I believe in it. John Ward works with this Egyptian doctor who is a very devout, modernized Muslim. Good dude, good man, loves John and Maria and their children like family, right? And him and John have had this conversation as a devout Muslim, and you know how dedicated they are to their faith. How can he go to, because there are a lot of Christian sites in ancient Egyptian structures. There's the Romans and even beyond that. So there's symbolism all over of Christianity. So this Egyptian, very devout Muslim, has to go research the Christianity symbolism. And him and John talk, how can you research this? Does it ever make you question your faith, or does it? And he has this ability to where he says that his faith is here and his work is here. And to understand our history and our existence, I have to go here. When I go home, this is what I have. We need to have that, right? We need to say, yes, I believe Jesus died for our sins. Yes, I believe in the Mother Mary. Yes, I call myself a Christian man, but I have every damn right in the world to ask every single question about the history of my faith. I have every damn right in the world to ask questions about other faiths and why they believe what they believe in, and whether it's legitimate or not.
Yeah.
Because if your faith consists of supporting evil and death, hell no, that's not faith. That's psychotic culture. That's justifying their murderous tendencies, right? If we get to a point where we're not able to explore that, and where we're going to be punished for a belief system, then we've gone wrong as a human being.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, damn it. Kennedy was assassinated, but it wasn't Lee Harvey Oswald. That's all I'm saying.
That's all you're saying? And I agree that they're probably going to wait 100 years from the time that it happened before they release any information that will then place blame on the U.S. government or somewhere else about Kennedy's assassination. That way, all of the parties that were involved are gone, dead and gone. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because they are still, I mean, even though they released some Kennedy papers not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago, there are still thousands and thousands of documents that talk about this thing that are still
no, we're never going to
not
know.
Public knowledge.
And when it becomes public knowledge, it'll be so far done.
Yeah.
It'll be so far gone that people are like, I figured.
That nobody can be, tried for it or can, indicted for it or anything like that, because no one who would have been at fault would still be alive.
So you have been in some positions of power, of authority.
Right? Yeah.
Has it ever changed you, or have you noticed that authority in some other people, some people can't take?
Yes, without a doubt.
Okay.
Some people don't know how to handle it. And here's the thing that people don't realize. There is a difference between a manager and a leader, right? There are times where you need to be a manager. There are times where you need to be a leader. And there are times where both are important equally. Yeah. And that's a struggle for a lot of people because they don't know how to handle the power. And when they get what we've referred to in the past as power hungry, and then you realize that that's what's happened. We've seen that in our government. We've seen that in our, city government, state government. You've seen it in police officers. I mean, that kind of stuff happens.
So that was where I was going with that, is that you start giving that power, and we're talking some major power, to the wrong people that are still smart enough to use it. Where's that line in the sand? How is that dictated? Because we've noticed that it has been abused. We do vicious things to maintain power. Countries do it. People do it, all the way down to what we see on the nightly news every night.
Yeah.
Will that ever change? Will that ever change when it comes to the thirst of the power? And that is literally what's going to destroy cultures. We can't go all.
I don't know that I don't know that it'll ever change. But you look at, let's just say, these prominent newscasters or prominent governors who have recently gotten in trouble, who didn't think their shit stank.
Yep.
And all of a sudden,
their shit stinks.
Enough people decided that it did. So shit happened. Let me get back to this story. The U.S. Space Agency is hiring 24 theologians who will join their program at the Center for Theological Inquiry at Princeton University in New Jersey, where NASA awarded them $1.1 million back in 2014. The CTI describes itself as building, quote, bridges of understanding by convening theologians, scientists, scholars, and policymakers to think together and inform public thinking on global concerns. This group will be tasked with some of the most impossible and sought-after questions of our existence. What does it mean for humans? What do we consider the differences between aliens and humans, depending on the aliens we discover, as they will all be different? What about the possibility of sentient life in other places, possibly even here on Earth? Let's see. Religious traditions would be an important feature in how humanity would work through any such confirmation of life elsewhere. Because of that, it features as part of NASA's ongoing aim to support work on the societal implications of astrobiology, working with various partner organizations, including the Center for Theological Inquiry at Princeton. NASA is preparing for the big launch of its exciting James Webb Telescope, which actually did launch on Christmas Day 3 days ago, which will be scanning the galaxy, stars, and planet formations in the universe, including the 2 rovers that NASA has on Mars, as well as the probes orbiting both Jupiter and Saturn. NASA is confident it is on the way to discovering alien life in what feels like it's ripped right out of Zack Snyder's Man of Steel, where General Zod is in lower Earth orbit and blasts a message out to the planet saying you are not alone.
But so when they say they're confident in alien life, are they just referring to like microorganisms?
I think that's what they're referring to.
But they don't preference that. So right away we're like, oh shit, they're going to find Audrey's cousins.
Yeah. Look, guys, I know I mentioned it yesterday. I'm excited about the James Webb Space Telescope only because of the advantages it has far over and above, the Hubble that's been up there. Are you bored?
What?
Seriously?
Oh, no, what are you saying now?
Why does this not impress you?
It does.
Why does that not, on a show like we have, why are you not impressed by the James Webb?
I am.
No.
Super impressed.
Can you even explain to me what it is?
The other night.
What is it?
It's that rocket that's going to shoot millions of light years away.
That is incorrect as you can be. It is a telescope
Same thing.
that they
kind of,
put in space
with a motor.
that's going to go out past our moon,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. They're going to get pictures of the dark side.
It'll be on the dark side of the moon. Yes.
Are we going to see pictures?
It will be. Now, I don't know if it's going to take pictures back towards us. It probably won't. It'll only take pictures farther out in space.
And
I don't know why
Okay.
that doesn't impress you.
so do you think they're going to tell us anything that's worth value to us besides that, man, look at these, man. We found a whole bunch of new planets that resemble Earth, but we're not ever going to tell you where they are, what they are. If they found like real life humanoid style species, do you think they're going to say, hey, I just want to break the news really quick. We found another species of alien.
I do not think that would. I don't think that'll
See,
happen.
that's the intel I want.
Yeah, I just don't think we would ever be told. There's a new movie out that's got Jennifer Lawrence and Leonardo DiCaprio in it.
Would you?
But probably. And Jonah Hill is in it.
Don't Look Up.
It's called Don't Look Up. It is a brilliant movie about how the United States government, because that's based in the U.S., what they would do in the event that scientists discover an asteroid about to strike the Earth and what would happen. It is a humorous look, albeit scary look. And I don't want to give away any of the movie. Just watch it. It's out now. I think it's on Netflix. It's called Don't Look Up.
And I just want to add to that I was the first picture Ron took with his new phone.
He was the first picture I took with my new phone. He had his pants up.
That's right.
Oh,
What?
what?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
All right. So,
What?
never mind.
No, what?
No, I can't remember what I was going to say.
You okay? It got real quiet. It was awkward. I'm
No,
reading the messages, waiting
No,
for him to talk.
because I was thinking, and I'm going to go back to where I was right.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm right about
Lisa
things.
says, "What the hell, Ron? Really?"
What?
Yes.
Hey.
He didn't drop his trousers.
Hey, babe, I told Ron how you honked the horn today. Honk, honk. What? Come
Yeah.
on, bring it in, girl. Hug. What?
Bring it in.
All right. So now I know we've talked about this. See, this is where I'm going in my life. All right. Because I got places to be.
Okay.
And finding
Things
the
to do.
answers is what we do. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So we're on the quest
Looking
here.
for answers.
Yes, on abnormal realities to determine how our dumbasses made it on this planet and why we're actually here, right?
Correct.
So Adam and Eve, okay, really lucky dude. Had a really raw thing because, you know, they had to do this a lot. They had to populate the planet, right? Or we are some kind of microorganism and just through time, we just kind of became this. We're a monkey somewhere in between, but we just don't know for sure when we made that jump. You know what I'm
We're
saying?
a monkey somewhere in between, he says.
Somebody came up and says, yeah, well, it was those mushrooms that those monkeys were eating that allowed us to evolve into the human species. I'm like, dude, shut up. Mushrooms? So this one specific species of monkey ate certain mushrooms and became freaking humans? Yeah, okay, let's entertain that conversations for like never, okay? So then you have the Stucci belief. I didn't come up with it. A lot of people believe this is the seeding thing, right? Right here, experts say humans are aliens. I knew it, dude. Grasshoppers are freaking aliens too. And we were brought to Earth hundreds of thousands of years ago. That sounds about right.
Okay.
All right. Some professor over in the Middle East, where the ancient Sumerian city of Kish used to be, archaeologists found one of the oldest ancient documents on the planet, the Tablet of Kish, which is believed to date back to the year 3500 BC. The Sumerian king lists Kholasana Bel, but this is actually a sentence in some Akkadian meaning. I don't know how to say that word. I need a hug right now.
Academia.
No, it doesn't say that. Akkadian.
Oh, no. Akkadian.
Yeah,
Akkadian
bro, that's
meaning.
what I was trying to say. It wasn't coming out. All right, now,
man.
all of them were Lord. Thus, some scholars have suggested that this may have been intended to signify the absence of central authority in Kish for one time. I'm going to go on with this, but I'm not.
Okay, go on with it.
Why do we have such a hard time believing that we were brought here?
Because if you're a Christian, you're not supposed to believe that. If you're a Bible-believing Christian and you believe in God and Jesus, you were told how you got here.
Oh.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh. Yes, Master.
Yeah. No, you were told how you became
I understand
on
that.
this earth.
So that's the real reality? That's it? We're done?
No, I mean, by faith, that's what we're supposed to believe.
By faith.
Yeah.
But we have nothing to substantiate that faith.
We have nothing to substantiate the story except
Yeah,
faith.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. That's weird. It's really weird to me.
Do you understand what I'm saying, though?
So it's
quite
acceptable
honestly,
to believe a fictitious story that has a powerful meaning to it, mind you. And because we were told to believe it through faith without evidential facts at all that any of this even really happened or evidence of a location or anything, that's reality and that's normal. But to think that there is a species in this endless freaking universe that we live in that was trying to possibly populate the universe to eliminate their species from being destroyed, brought us down to this planet. To think like that is a wackadoodle, absurd belief. But believing a fictitious story because we're told to is okay.
but what are you calling fictitious? And why? And see, that's my question is, why is that a fictitious story if you're a man of God? Why is that a fictitious story?
So can we not just be a man of God and really truly understand factual history?
I'm not. I
You
don't
know what I'm saying?
Yes, but I don't want to argue that point. My
Right.
question is, here's the.
So
the-
because we're men of God, we just have to believe
Here's
what they tell us.
That's right. Here's the analogy. There are people out there who call themselves Christians, right? Who believe in the story of Adam and Eve. They believe in creationism as opposed to evolution, right? But yet they'll tell you that what's his name did not kill Kennedy, Lee Harvey Oswald. That's a conspiracy. Wait a minute. So you're telling me something you were told by people who lived in time closer to you than that occurred, that you don't believe that, but you believe this story that no one in the last 2,000 years can tell you accurately whether or not that happened? Well, they'll always go back to the Bible. Nothing in the Bible is a lie. And that's the thing, is that is why religion, it gets so much back and forth when you talk about it on the freaking radio, that people get upset.
Well, I'm not trying to upset anybody. I'm not. And you understand me. I respect everybody's faith. For what you believe, I believe a lot of it, and I believe it through faith, right?
But where in the Bible?
I don't go off. I'm
Well,
not.
I know, but
biblical
where in the
dude.
Bible does it even remotely indicate that we were seeded here from another?
In the same spot that it has the facts about all the stories in the Bible. So it's in the same location, in the same drawer.
Okay.
Because most of the stories in the Bible have just as much
They're
actual
parables.
evidence
That's correct.
than
Yeah.
us being brought here.
Yeah.
There's little things out there on hieroglyphs throughout the world and the ancient tablets and that could hint that there was something maybe more.
Yeah.
We talk about ancient technology. How the hell did they do what they did? We don't know.
I agree.
And
And the fact that there might have been more technologically advanced people here before times that we know of,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We just know of Neanderthals. We just know of dinosaurs, but we think that that was in a cave somewhere. We don't know that,
Right.
right? Nobody now was living back in those days. We just assume that from the scientific evidence that's been shown. But we don't know if there was a more technologically advanced race of human beings or whatever species before that on this planet.
Right. And if you go down that road, and
When you think about the age of this planet and the age of the human species on the planet, you got to think we're a blink of an eye in this
we
planet's
just
history.
started,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, we literally just started. And I'm not by any stretch. Anytime I talk about this, I'm not trying to make people question any of their faith by no means at all. I just think it's weird that some things are justifiable to believe and some things aren't accepted.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, okay, look at people that do some kind of like paganism or some type of witchcraft, you know, black magic, white, it don't matter. You're still doing magic. Why is that so taboo? I mean, how do we know that ours is more important than theirs?
Yeah.
When it comes to belief, some people worship universal things, right? We have a lot of friends in our community that are spiritualists, and their level of belief is they believe in God, but they believe in a whole shit ton before there too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How do we know the ancient Buddhists and their beliefs about reincarnation and everything involved in that? Why do we not look and consider any of that belief involved with our beliefs and other beliefs around the world? And why don't we just come up with the coolest one possible? You know what I'm saying? Part of your belief, you do this shit and it's really cool. You know, this belief here, dude, you can like have 3 wives and have sex with a camel and not even get in trouble. Bring it in. You know what I'm saying?
Bring it in.
You know, bring it in. Put it in the book. You know what I mean? You over here drink a lot of damn wine. Bring it in.
Here's the thing. What's phenomenal to me is to think about what we call the Big Bang, where the universe started, right? What was before the Big Bang? Nothingness. What is nothingness? And how long has it been since the Big Bang to now? Nobody really knows the answers to those questions. Nobody knows the answers to those questions. And it is far outside of our realm of understanding to even consider that. But to think that we're the only people in this universe, the only human or sentient beings in this universe, is ridiculous.
Oh, dude, you just turned me on. Damn it.
Get after it.
Dude, that is Ron Phillips. And dude, he was convicting like a conviction has never been convicted. All right, folks. Hey, we love the hell out of you. It is Taco Tuesday. Go get yourself some tacos. Thank you all for being here. AbnormalRealities.com, RomikaDesigns.com, InsaneCustomTumblers.com. But get your asses, AbnormalRealities.com. Everything you need is right there. From our family to yours, much love, much respect. God bless you. God bless America. Rock
See you
ups.
tomorrow night, Rocky.